This is my current Lego room, and whilst a year ago when I first moved into this place, it was more than big enough for what I need, I've very quickly outgrown it.
Welcome to my brand new Lego studio. Let me take you on a quick tour of the space. So starting off, as we come in the door, we've got this nice long front wall, and then we've got the stairs up to the upper level. Pretty big space. So this sort of space up here, this wall all the way down, is roughly 7 meters. So I'm super excited to be in this space. As I said, literally just moved in, need to get it clean, need to get it painted, the carpets need cleaning. So there's a lot of work to be done, but it's now all been painted. It looks so much better in here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's super echoey. So I'm hoping that gets sorted out once we fill it up with some furniture. I've also had to pick up a couple of dehumidifiers because the windows are getting some serious condensation on them. So a couple of them. Now, the next thing to do, now that we've got like a blank canvas, it's all painted, it's all nice, I need to plan. So I need to draw up some sketches, I need to build what I'm gonna do in here in Lego, and I probably need an IKEA trip. So before I go to IKEA and do any planning and building with Lego and stuff, the first thing to do is to get everything measured up, because I need to know about the distance of that pole over there, how wide each room is, and obviously I've got the upstairs area as well. I bought a funky little laser measuring tape thing, so I'm gonna use this and get some dimensions for my drawing and my build. So of course, the first thing we actually need to do is plan out and get a design together of how we're going to get this studio. So since I'm a master builder, I'm going to build it out of Lego. So we are starting off with this giant custom base that I've made. For every meter of space, I've actually given it 5 studs, as this kind of seems to be quite a nice scale to kind of build it. So the first thing I need to do is build the stairs. So this top end of the office is actually a little bit higher up than the lower end. So I'm just going to raise everything up by like 1 brick here. So now we've got the upper level built, I'm going to start to plan out where all the walls are, because some of the walls are weird. Like we've got the weird bit that comes across here, and there's a bit down here as well. So I'm going to start getting all of that planned in next. Now we've got the basic layout done, I can kind of talk you through where everything's going to go. So this is like the main door. There's some doors down there here. There is literally 3 more doors, but I will probably block all of them off with like shelving units and stuff. So this will be my main door to come in now. Now down in this section, this is the big section where I want the F1 track to go. So that is going to go all along this front wall. There's windows that face out this way. Then the F1 track is going to go down here. So let's get that in place next. Now, anyone who knows me knows I absolutely love to hang my Lego up, especially my Lego cars up on the wall. So right down here, there's a really nice flat wall in the studio. So I want to use that to create a really nice wall mount display. So I'm going to see what I can do about getting some little Lego cars hung up on this wall here. So then here we have most of the downstairs area kind of done. So we've got our wall mount display with the tractor that's sticking halfway out across the room. We've got the Formula 1 track complete with a micro scale little Formula 1 car, which is definitely way too big for the circuit, and the really annoying pillar. So I think maybe around this part here, I want to do some more display cabinets, and then I was maybe thinking of a little art corner over here with some Lego art sets hung up on the wall. So I think I'm going to go and find some bricks and try and work on that next, and then this whole downstairs area should be done. So I've come up with a little design for some bookcases that I can put along this wall. So I just need to put them in along with a couple of tiles at the bottom to mimic the bottom shelf. Although I did cheat on some of them because I ran out of parts, so I used some masonry bricks. So then this is now pretty much the bottom area complete. So we've got the tracking, we've got the pillar, we've got the shelving display over this side, And then over here, we're going to have some Lego art and of course our wall mount display over here. And then I'm just in here admiring my creation. So now that the bottom area is done, we need to now move on to this top area. So now the top area, there's not going to be quite as much going on, but one thing I know I want to start with is along this wall, around where the step in the wall is here, I want to have a nice shelving display. So I'll take some more of these bookcases I made earlier, including some of these slightly longer ones, just to fill up a bit more space. And then for the rest of this like main top area, I was thinking of having another like mock table so I can build some other kind of diorama type thing, maybe a Lego city, maybe even like a Lego Minecraft world or something like that. Not entirely sure yet, so I'm going to try and get something built up in this space here now. So now this is the mock table area done, so this part is almost mostly full up. But one thing I did actually want to do, I think as well, is actually have some bookcases along this wall, because this wall is really ugly. So this is the wall with all of the doors. There's like one door here, then there's another door here, and there's one at the end here. So I probably want to have some more bookcases over this side as well. If I'm totally honest, it's actually just that I've run out of parts to make any more of these bookcases to fill up this wall. So now moving on to this final section of the brand new Lego studio. So this is where I'm going to make all of my content, all my YouTube videos is all going to be worked on in here. I've got some really cool projects that I'm starting to work on, and I'm really excited to get them going. So I need quite a big space, I need some building area, I need a part storage area, and I'll probably have a little desk in here as well. So I'm going to start building that up now. So then that is the final part of the studio kind of built up. So we've got a little water cooler in here, we've got my desk, we've got a computer, we've got a little plant down on the floor there, a chair, and then we've got a camera up on a tripod with me standing at my table ready to record. I've got some things up on the wall, so I've got a little shelf with a Lego set on, a bit of Lego art again in the background. So I need to have a nice background for when I'm filming, like the cabinets I've got behind me here. That is a wrap on moving day one. We've got loads of stuff in. We've got the track tables in. We've got some of the track parts. That's like the pit lane roads and the pit walls and stuff. Don't actually have any of the garages yet. We've got some more billies in, some storage, some Lego sets, and some random bits down there, to be honest. Then this is all of the Billy bookcases. These were all built the other day, apart from these two, the ones that don't have any shelves in. We bought them from home. And then finally, we've got the parts area. So this is actually looking pretty cool with them being stacked up around the window. So I'll probably do the same on the other side and that bit there. This is obviously the studio area. So this is probably the area that needs most of like the new stuff in. But yeah, moving day two done. I've done a gazillion flights of stairs today, but ready to finish it off hopefully tomorrow. Right, so now moving day two. I've got all the garages downstairs in the car, so I need to start putting these tables back together, so I've got somewhere to put them. So let's get cracking. So the F1 track is now set back up again. It's pretty much exactly the same as it was when I moved it. However, I have adjusted the order so it's correct for the 2026 season. Obviously, I do need to add Cadillac, and I might swap kit for Audi at some point, I guess. But I like my kit garage, so it would be a shame to not use it. Then over here, I have the Apex GP garage, so I'm gonna add that in as well. And then hopefully I might even have room for a little safety car garage, because I do have loads of room down this wall, so I can get another table in to fit the extra garages on, which was one of the major benefits of having this space. So now that the F1 track is all set up, the next thing to do is tidy up this absolute mess over here. But it's quite exciting because in those books over there is some Lego sets, so I can get some shelving filled up with sets, finally. And that is everything done for today. Unfortunately, I don't have any more time, but we got some more sets set up along the shelves. As you can see, they're starting to fill up very, very, very slowly. But I've got loads more at home to come back. Built sets, and tons of unbuilt sets, as you've probably just seen. So yeah, excited to get some more stuff down here and get these shelves filled up more. So it's now been about a week since I last updated you with any progress here in the LEGO studio, and that is because it's been like fantastic and I was a bit ill, so I'm a bit behind now on getting everything together. But today I managed to bring over some sets, those are some of my sealed sets. I've also over in that window, I've got some blinds, just to try on the windows. I've also brought over some things to like hang up on the wall, like this really awesome like old Williams Racers poster, so I'm gonna get that hung up. I've got a couple other bits as well, so that's what I'm gonna work on now, and then hopefully try and get some blinds up as well. So I have now got some of the art up. As you can see behind me, got some minifigure frames. By the way, anyone who's interested in them, I bought them from Wicked Brick. They are absolutely terrible. Do not buy them, they're awful. Then I've got the Japanese wall art and the Iron Man up there. So now the plan is to organize this kind of mess over here. So there's loads of sets I need to sort out, but also in that big box is the table to extend the track. So that is what I'm going to work on now. Then tomorrow, all of these doors, so all these boxes here, these are like 17 IKEA doors that I ordered, like this one over here, 17 more of them. So all of the cabinets will have doors on them to protect from a little bit of dust. And I still have some more sets to organize onto shelves. So we'll probably start off with the F1 track, do some stuff on the shelves as well, and then maybe do a bit of tidying up. And that is the plan for today. So there's a bunch more Lego sets on the shelves. Obviously I've still got a whole shelf empty here. This one's pretty full up with all the Technic stuff, and I've got some more on this side as well that need filling up. I'm gonna move some of them around, but actually I'm really happy with how this space is looking. So we've got loads of space to fill up with loads of Lego sets. I might bring some more down from the office, because the office down there is where like I run the business, and that's got all my car sets in, so I might bring some of them up to fill up some of these gaps. So it's now been a few days since I last updated you. As you can see, I've finally got all the doors fitted on all of my cabinets in this upstairs area, but mostly what I've actually been working on is bringing down all of my Lego cars. Now, as you can see, it's an absolute mess down here. I've had to stack some garages up because I want to access that bit of wall where the Williams poster is. So it's now time to do my wall display. So most of the cars are going to go up there, but I then realised I didn't quite have enough room. So I'm going to take these three F1 cars and the McLaren, and I'm going to put them up in that space there, and I'll probably move that Williams poster over there. Because as you can see, I've now got my Speed Champions display in, which is looking absolutely incredible. And I've got all these posters here just blocking out some of the windows. So I got some of these blinds, but they're really bad. As you can see, they're like really like crinkled, and I've just got some paper on that window just to block some of the light on the track. So I've got some proper blinds coming in the next week or so. So now the only thing that I really need to do to get this place pretty much finished is this wall display, and then obviously just tidy up the tables, put them back, but I need to sort that wall out before I can do that. So I'm gonna jump into a time lapse now, get all this wall display made. It's probably gonna take me a couple of hours to get everything lined up perfectly, and I'll catch you again once I've done it. And that is the wall display done. So we've got the big wall over here, we've got the Icons F1 cars, and then we've got the big 4 Technic cars there. I didn't include the old McLaren because it didn't have room, and I much prefer the design of the newer 4. So how awesome does that look? So literally all I need to do now is just tidy up all this mess behind me, and then I'll give you a final overview of how the new LEGO Studio is looking. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all the amazing projects I'm going to be having coming out of this LEGO studio now that I am all set up. And if you have any suggestions for me on anything to improve in this LEGO studio, please do leave a comment down below.